Alright everybody, so tomorrow is August 1st. Tomorrow marks 2 weeks since planting this cover crop. You can see I got that 3 acres baled off, got that 4 acre piece baled off. Surprisingly, first crop, that 4 acres did 12 bales, second crop did 17. First crop that was new seeding, it did 8 bales, second cutting did 17. But you can probably see the rows of our cover crop here. Come down and take a look at these. Here's our radish. They're a good 3 inches tall. Got alfalfa that didn't die. Got oats. And there was some soybeans. There wasn't very many, and the beans were mostly in the bottom of the drill, so they kind of planted out first. See if I can find some. I know there's some over by the corn. Here's a soybean. Right there. So, with this time of year, you know, the beans, I don't know how they're going to do, but all they got to do is grow tall enough the cows can eat them. You really don't want the beans to put any pods on. But these radishes are just growing like crazy. Here you can see, I don't know, I think this is a millet, because normally oats don't grow like that. There's rye, another radish. I think those are oats right there. So we'll see what this pearl millet turns out to be. Like I say, it was just an experiment. They're talking hot and humid again here coming up, so that's kind of what I was after, something that's going to tolerate the heat quite well. And that millet is supposed to be a warm season grass, so I'm assuming that's what that is, a millet right here. Oats, I'm assuming. That's rye, you can tell by the purple. There's another soybean. More radish. It's not as thick of a stand as I'd hoped. You see, I should have planted it heavier than I did. But we'll see what it amounts to. And then another thing, my drill, the rows that emerged first are the rows on my drill where I replaced those press wheels with gauging style double rib wheels. So I might have to change the rest of those wheels on my drill. I think it's planting too deep. Those press wheels really don't do very much gauging, and a lot of this was planted 1/2 inch deep. So I think we're going to have to change the rest of those wheels on the drill, just so it's not over aggressive. Like right in here, there's nothing coming up. Soybean. There's a plant rye coming up right next to it, but there's a lot of bare spots here, and I think the drill is the issue. Here we've got something coming up. I don't know if that was something I planted. You can kind of see stuff popping out of the ground there in that row. Down here the ground is harder. Like right here, you can see a row, and there's nothing on either sides of it. And I'd be willing to put money on that that's the row that has that double gauging wheel on it. The ground is quite hard. It's dry, which does not help. And there again, there's one row. Then there's nothing on either side of it, back to where the other row is, and I'm pretty sure that my drill is too aggressive. Here you can see a couple soybeans. Couple soybeans. More soybeans. Soybeans can handle being planted deeper than the other stuff can. So, yepper, that's the way it's looking. Depending on how these do, maybe next year we'll, if we have the same situation, we'll, depending on how the pearl millet does, maybe we won't do the pearl millet, maybe we'll just do soybeans, oats, and winter rye. Because the, there's another radish popping up. The soybeans, once they're planted this late in the year, won't amount to anything for combining, but that'd be perfect for grazing. And I see there's quite a few people that actually bale soybeans. There's another radish and a soybean growing together. So up there where the rye was, it looks better. That ground is definitely softer than this ground down here. And once you get away from the bottom here, there is more plants. But with grazing, this is a high traffic area, so it's really compacted. Not to mention the equipment that comes in and out right here, because everything bottlenecks right down here to the gate. So, yepper, that's what it's looking like. You can see all the grasses that are coming back that when I sprayed they weren't green, so the Roundup didn't kill them, which is fine. The plan is to graze this off, and then we're gonna seed it heavier with winter rye. So that's just a 2-week update on what that cover crop is looking like. So we're hoping for rain here one of these days. She's awful dry. Lawn's turning brown again. We did get 4/10 of an inch here a week or so ago, but in this sand and with the heat we've been having, it does not take long to get dry. And actually, we did get sprinkles the other day on my hay. I already had it raked, was just getting ready to bale, and it started raining. It was not enough to settle the dust. It wasn't even enough to really get the grass that wet. And within 20 minutes of the rain stopping and the sun coming back out, the hay was already dry again. So, but our corn's getting there. You can see this is already done pollinating. We're making cobs now. So one good thing with this heat, it should really push our corn along. It'd be nice to get a shot of rain. Next week they're talking 90s and really humid again, so that'll really push the corn along. But here's a spot where I pulled in with the fertilizer spreader, so it's corn's a little sad looking through there, but most of these, I mean, shoot, that one's got 2 ears, this one's got 2 ears, that one a coon or a deer got. You go through and I mean, look at this one. 1 ear, 2 ear. That's awesome. So, and this field here is earmarked to be chopped for silage with the back field. So, like I say, we are planning on chopping this one. This is the May 5th. If I knew a good way to break that field there to where it curves and then goes back, if I knew a good way to break that field, I'd probably actually chop that hillside off so I could plant the cover crop there to graze too. But I'd be running over quite a bit of corn to break that field in half. But not saying that we won't try it, you never know. I'd almost rather chop that hillside off, get a cover crop plan that we can graze. So if we do that, this will be combined or picked for ear corn. So who knows? There's a lot of time between now and the time we chop, and plans change daily, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, that's kind of what things are looking like here. I got 2 more fields of hay to do, but we're going to let them grow as long as possible. They're orchard grass, just still pretty short. So once it starts cooling down here closer to September, we'll probably bale it off. But anyhow, that's just a little quick update of the cover crops and what the corn's looking like.